But our first guest this hour is Esther Mullinax. And Esther, you're with the South Mountain Family Camp in Kaiser, North Carolina. Did I pronounce that right?
You did.
Kaiser. Well, thank you so much. Welcome to Nite Line.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, before the show, I said Caesar.
Yeah.
And you tell the folks what you told
Well,
me.
I was told that it was supposed to be Caesar, and somebody didn't spell it right.
And tonight, I can't read it right.
Yeah.
So, but yes,
But it is
Kaiser, North Carolina.
Kaiser, North Carolina.
Well, thank you so much. And now for our folks down here in South Carolina, and probably in North Carolina, tell people where Kaiser is.
If you just get on 85 North, go past Gaffney, get on 18 North towards Shelby, and in Shelby you take 226 North, and that'll take you to Kaiser.
Excellent.
So about an hour and a half drive from the upper South Carolina.
From the upstate. Excellent. Well, tell us about South Mountain Family Camp. Tell us about you.
Okay, South Mountain Family Camp actually was started by a denomination about 15 years ago. But the denomination decided they really needed to get out of the camping business. I was the first director, and so then, and I moved on after a few years and got it started. And then when they decided to go get out of that business, they gave it back to us that really had a passion for camping. And those that started as I started, they came back and we got it together. Now we have our own 501c3. Tax exemption, and we're independent and non-denominational.
Wonderful. So you cater to anybody. It doesn't not necessarily have to be a certain denomination.
No, we just welcome all those that have the same values that we do, Christian values.
Exactly. Now, when I think of camping, I'm a man, and I like to go deep in the woods, and they got a fire and a tent, and don't shower for days. It's a little bit more like home up there in Kaiser, isn't it?
Well, we do have wilderness camping, what you're talking about. We have that with the fire pit, and we also have RV sites, if you want water, electric, and septic, we have all of that. And then we have some very nice cabins. We have 10 cabins, and they are modern. They've been built in the last 10 years.
Wow.
They have the full bathroom, and we have two different kind of cabins. The bunk cabins, that's where we would have the kids and the youth that would come. We have 12 bunks in one cabin, and maybe they could show some of those pictures. And then we have what we call the family cabin. That has a queen bed plus the bunk bed, plus a couch and table and chairs, refrigerator, and microwave. Okay, there's the entrance of the camp. Beautiful, overlooking the South Mountain Range. If you're going 40 up past Morganton, you will see that South Mountain Range, and we're on the other side of the South Mountain Range. So that is the entrance. We're at 142 Mace Road. That is our spacious dining hall. We can seat over 100, between 100 and 125 in the dining hall. And that was one of the things when we took it back over, they didn't have a dining hall. So we had
this is
to,
new then.
oh yes, this is brand new. And we had to get a state certified kitchen. And we were able to do that with volunteers. We just work with volunteers. And we have a lot of jobs. If you go on our website and click on the pictures there, it will tell you a lot of opportunities, volunteer opportunities there at the camp.
Wonderful. Let's see some of those cabins that they were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
They have the
I think
bunks and
there
all
is
that. There they are behind us.
Yeah.
Put them up big on the screen. There you go.
Okay.
So what makes South Mountain a little bit different? I asked you because I wasn't aware of South Mountain until tonight.
Yeah.
You don't just do summer camp. Y'all are open all year long. And these cabins, go on to the next picture there, Mr. Director. These cabins are both heated and aired. Look at that. That looks like the Ritz-Carlton right there.
Pretty much like a motel
So that is
type
nice.
room.
Yeah.
And then it has the full bathroom with it. And yes, it's heat and air. And now there's the bunk cabin. So if you want to bring a group of teenagers, they're duplex. So you have two sides. You could have a side for the girls and a side for the boys. And we have 155 acres.
Wow.
So we've got a lot of room to do some romping and stomping.
That's right.
Those kids can just run around.
Exactly.
We have some good nature trails,
Uh-huh.
and we're just 10 miles. Now that picture is our pavilion.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that a little
Now
later.
that one, we've become pretty popular for weddings.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful venue for weddings. It overlooks the South Mountain Range there. And we really would like, there's one of the
There it
weddings there. We'd love to get some gospel singings, some revivals come up there. That pavilion will seat 300 plus. And of course, there's bathrooms right there at the pavilion. And another thing about the pavilion, it has, we took the floor and made it a gym. We have a full basketball court. We have shuffleboard. We have 9 square. Now that picture is of our ropes course and our our zip line. We have to get it certified. So we won't be doing that till the middle of June.
Okay.
But it will be open part of the summer. We've already arranged for somebody to come certify it. But that's
Now,
lots of fun
now
too.
how do you certify a zip line? You find the biggest guy and see if he makes it down? Because
Now, that's a good idea.
I think I would not only exceed the weight limit, but I would be terrified at the same time. I watched from the ground on that one. So, wow.
First time I ever did a zip line was in Costa Rica.
You zip lined up.
I zip lined. And the
You're an
people,
adrenaline junkie, aren't you?
Oh, wow.
the people that were helping me, they looked at my white hair and they just kind of said, I don't think she can do that. But of course I did. It was lots of fun. I didn't know whether there was lions down there or not. I hope there weren't.
Oh,
But I
wow.
was too little to make it all the way across. They had to come get me back.
Now, that would terrify me. Goodness.
Yeah, I didn't get all the cool, but they got me. I was safe. But we're looking forward to having a zip line and our ropes course, the climbing wall, and all of that. We're looking forward to having that open this summer.
Excellent. Now, what makes South Mountain a little bit different, other than the fact that y'all are non-denominational, anybody can come,
right.
church groups, weddings,
Scouting.
scouting. I was going to say Boy Scouts, Girl
Yes.
Scouts. They're all invited.
Right.
But you do not necessarily schedule out your own facilities. You're there to lease it or to share it with the community.
Right. We don't have the program. We invite people to come and have their own program and rent our facilities. Right now, we haven't developed our own program. But you know, there's a lot of churches that
need a
would
facility.
like to do
Exactly.
their own program.
Exactly.
And they need a place like that.
Yeah. And that's where the non-denominational comes in huge, because a lot of places might just cater to their own denomination or their
Right.
church. And then there's a lot of smaller churches that do not have the facilities to do this,
that's
or
right.
the mega bucks to rent out the big places that they don't need
Well,
anyway.
that's right.
So,
And we can take small groups.
Right.
You know, we could have 3 or 4 small groups going at one time, and they still wouldn't interfere with each other. And now, we don't have a swimming pool, but we do have one 5 miles from us
Okay.
that they cooperate with us. And so, although we have the creek that we do creek stomping in the summertime, we do have the swimming facilities if that is desired.
excellent, excellent. Esther, when we come back, we're going to go to a song here in a minute. When we come back, I want to talk about something new that's happening at the camp that's just coming up this month.
That's right.
And this is something I'm excited about. We're going to be talking about that here in just a minute.
Okay.
But Bradley, I remember going to summer camp when I was a kid, and there's nothing more special than a child, especially a boy, go out in the middle of the woods and just.
Yeah, I'm an Eagle Scout, so I
There you
I
go.
get it. I
There
get
you
it.
go.
Wow.
So
yeah.
you can survive just 365 days off of berries and
Down a zip line.
scat. That's it. And go down a zip line. I can't do that, buddy. So I'll watch you. I'll say, go Bradley. So now, real quick before we go to music though, is the summer booked? Is there still?
There's still room.
Excellent.
We have 5 weddings already booked, and we have some camps, but yes, we do still have room.
Excellent.
We have some dates.
Excellent. We're going to go to a song. When we come back, we're going to tell you how you can get a hold of Esther there at the South Mountain Camp. So right now, Peggy Short, and she's going to be joining us a little later over here on the talk set in this hour, but she's going to be singing a couple of songs this hour for us, but she's going to start off tonight with I Go to the Rock.
turn. Oh, when there's no one to turn to, who do I talk to? Oh, when nobody wants to listen, who do I lean on? Oh, when there's no foundation stable, I go to the rock. I know He's able. I go to the rock. Oh, I go to the rock of my salvation. Go to the stone that the builders rejected. Into the mountains, and the mountains stand by me. Oh, yes, it does. When the earth all around me is sinking sand on a Christ, the solid rock I stand. When I need a shelter, when I need a friend, I go to the rock. And where do I hide? Oh, till the storms have all passed over. Where do I run to? Oh, when the winds of sorrow spread, is there a refuge? Oh, in that time of tribulation, I go to the rock. I know He's able. I go to the rock. Oh, I go to the rock of my salvation. Go to the stone that the builders rejected. I run into the mountain, and the mountain stands by me. Oh, yes, it does. When the earth all around me is sinking sand on a Christ, the solid rock I stand. When I need a shelter, when I need a friend, I go to the rock. Go to the rock of my salvation. I run to the stone that the builder rejected. I run into the mountain, and the mountain stands by me. Oh, yes, it does. When the earth all around me is sinking sand on a Christ, the solid rock I stand. When I need a shelter, when I need a friend, I go to the rock. Oh, my salvation, that the builder rejected. Oh, He is Christ Jesus. Oh, He's my Savior. He's my Redeemer. Oh, the rock of my salvation. Oh, yeah, His name is Christ Jesus. Oh, when I need a healing, I go to the rock. Oh, yeah, Jehovah Rapha, I go to the rock. Jehovah Jireh, when I need food in my cupboard, where do I go? I go to Jehovah Jireh, to the rock. Jesus Christ, the rock. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, right now, Lord. My salvation, I go to the rock. His name is Jesus. Go to the rock. He's the cornerstone tonight. He's the Savior, the Redeemer. The solid rock I stand. When I need a shelter, when I need a friend, I go to the rock. Oh, I go to the rock. Thank you, Jesus.
All righty, thank you so much, Peggy. And Peggy's going to be joining us here in the next little bit, and we're going to tell you how you can get a copy of her newest CD and a copy of her book. So, and we're going to be finding out a lot about Peggy. And if you've been watching Channel 16 for a while, you probably recognize her. She used to have a program on here back in the early 90s. So we're going to be finding out about that as well. But right now we're going to continue our conversation with Esther Mullinax, and she is with the South Mountain Family Camp. And Esther, before the music, we learned a lot about this beautiful camp, 155 acres, non-denominational.
Right.
You welcome anybody that loves Jesus for any event that they're having, women's retreat, men's retreat, scouts, Royal Rangers, whatever.
Senior retreats.
Senior
Everything
retreat.
we have is handicap accessible.
Wow, that's
so
a big
they
plus.
can have
yeah.
a senior retreat even up there.
Well, that is wonderful.
Except the zip line.
Well,
Except, well, I don't know. She
I
said
don't
it's seniors. You never know. So, it's awesome. How high is the? Now, if somebody's watching tonight, they don't know what a zip line is. It's literally a wire
right.
that you hang on to that goes from way up high to way down low, and it's terrifying. I'm sure.
But you have a
You got a safety harness and all, right?
a harness. Yeah.
You're
You
in a
have a harness
Not going
on.
anywhere.
Yeah, that line would break out of that tree.
Just
with
gonna
me
test
in it.
gravity. It's all good.
That's right.
See, it's not the fall that gets you.
There it
It's
is.
that sudden impact when you hit the ground. So- but if you're brave enough, like Esther and Bradley, you go on that zip line. I'll watch from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ground.
it's safe. It's
So,
safe.
it is, yes. But now we were talking about the pavilion, which is gorgeous. You got weddings and other venues there. You can have up to about 300. And now you're talking about outdoors, so you really can have spillover a little bit, I guess.
Yes. We've had as many as 500
in there. So,
spilling out.
right. And so it's so gorgeous. I've been to outdoor concerts before. They are my favorite. And so you got the PA and everything. You
Oh,
got
yeah.
the works. But something that is new this year at South Mountain is coming up April 21st. Tell us
That's
about
right.
that.
April 21st, we're going to start having a bluegrass bluegrass service every other Tuesday night at 6:30, and we will have featured groups. And then after the service, we'll have a gospel message. Then after the service, anybody is welcome to just hang around and just do some picking and some grinning.
See, I do a whole lot of grinning. I cannot pick, but I can grin. That's for sure.
But that's going to be starting April 21st, Tuesday evening, 6:30.
Excellent.
So tell all of your friends around there that are interested in bluegrass music, then that's the place to be. And we will continue that through the spring and the summer and until cold weather. We have a good 6 or 7 months of good weather around here. So we'll just have to make a decision whether we go inside or discontinue it for the winter.
Yes. Well, that's what I was going to ask. In Kaiser, North Carolina, what's the weather? I mean, it's not far from here. I assume it's similar to Greenville.
Yeah,
at night.
it's a little closer to the mountains, so they do have a little more snow.
So it might
and
bring a light jacket or maybe a blanket or
yes,
something.
yes, in
Now,
the evenings.
now during the bluegrass service, are chairs provided? Do people need to bring lawn chairs?
Well, they can if that's more comfortable, but we have enough chairs to seat about 200.
Okay,
So we will have some chairs out there, but the lawn chairs are more comfortable.
excellent.
Yeah.
Esther, how long have you been with the facility?
Well, I was the first director in 1999. Stayed 4 years. We had the infrastructure and we got everything started. Then I moved on. My husband was transferred, so I moved on. But then I've been back 3 years. 3 years ago, then the denomination stepped out of it and gave it. They didn't really give it to us. We're still raising the money to what was required of us. And maybe this would be a good place for me to speak to our needs. We're independent and we don't have anybody that underwrites our expenses. And so right now we really need a truck. We had someone donate a truck about 10 years ago, but we have run it to death and it died, a natural death.
Y'all didn't kill it. It got
The
old.
transmission is gone. And so we really do. If there's somebody out there that has a truck,
And we talking about a pickup truck?
a pickup
Okay.
truck. Even if it's not running, maybe somebody's got something in their yard that they just don't want to get fixed. If it's something that we do have volunteer mechanics, so we can do that. But of course, we would prefer having one
Right, that's
that
right.
runs.
Right.
But a truck, we need a truck. And then since we're starting this bluegrass church, we really need some more sound equipment. We have some. But in that open air, you need something a little bit stronger. And so if there's somebody out there that's got some sound equipment that they have updated, and still have it, then I hope they'll call me. Is my number?
They're going to put it
my
up,
number's
yes,
gonna be
ma'am.
on there.
And go ahead and put her number up. And if you miss it, if you don't have a pen or paper ready, you can always call back. Now, and again, South Mountain, they're in Kaiser, North Carolina. There it is, 704-840 5160, and all gifts are tax deductible. You're a licensed
That's
501c3.
right.
So
We are.
South Mountain needs a truck and some sound equipment.
And go to our webpage. There's a lot more pictures on the webpage.
Wonderful.
And one thing I did want to mention that they could call me, and we have an on-site manager that's there all the time. And if you call me, we can set up a time for him to give a tour.
Excellent.
And if somebody's thinking about having an outside wedding or having a camp meeting or a singing, just call me, and our director, on-site director, can give them a tour of the grounds.
Now, is there available dates on the website as well?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we have the calendar
Excellent,
on the
excellent.
website.
Now,
yes.
I was looking at the pictures before the show started.
Mm-hmm.
What is Gaga Ball? I don't know what Gaga Ball is. But I want to play it.
It's you had a picture of it a while ago.
There it is,
It's a-
Gaga
There.
Ball.
It is an enclosed dodgeball. Dodgeball. So you have to be, if you're hit from the knee down, you have to just keep dancing around to keep from getting hit.
Did Scouts have this? Did they have
No.
This is new to you, huh?
When
Brand
I
new to
went
me.
to a camping retreat, I asked them, "What's your favorite game?" And they said, "Gaga Ball." I said, "What is that?" And it's an octagon shape. And you get inside there, and of course, once you're hit, you're out, and the last one standing. So that's what Gaga Ball is.
That is so fascinating.
And in that same area, there is torpedo ball. Do you know what torpedo
I have
ball
no
is?
idea what torpedo
It's
ball
Sound
is.
dangerous.
So does everything there. The zip line, Gaga Ball, torpedo ball.
You have the pool balls, and it's pretty much like a pool, except you do it with your hand instead of a stick.
Oh,
and you
okay.
try to knock those balls out of the.
That's how my brother and I used to cheat all the time playing pool.
Yeah.
Just bump it a
Well,
little bit.
That's right. That didn't go in. What do you mean it didn't go in?
What? Oh, I saw it.
Yeah, but we got a lot of fun things to
Oh,
do.
that's awesome.
And we're just 10 miles from the state park that has 40 miles of camping trails.
Wonderful.
And so if they get tired of our trails, they can always go over to the state park.
Well, excellent. Well, the weather's getting gorgeous, so
Yes,
spend
it
some
is.
time outdoors.
Yes, it
For more information, southmountainfamilycamp.org or the phone number 704-840-5160, or you can email Esther at esthermullinax@gmail.com.
And like us on Facebook.
And like them on Facebook. So that's awesome. Right there in Kaiser, North Carolina. Esther, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I loved finding out about new ministries that I didn't know of, and I love it that you cater to everybody. So everybody's welcome.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.